Hello and welcome to Starting Out Sober. My name is Matthew James Sullivan. Today I am 97 days sober as I record this. Pretty wild. I'm almost to 100. This episode is episode 4. It's about coming clean to your loved ones, your support group, your doctors, everyone that's close to you. So, yeah, last weekend we talked about coming clean to yourself. So, now what? Well, if you're married in a relationship, have a relationship with your parents, brothers, sisters, close extended family, or just some really close friends, it might be time to tell them. I would start with the closest person to you. For me, that is my wife. As I said in the last episode, I told my wife about my liver and I might need to cut back, but I already knew it was a bigger deal than that. I would like to say I went to her later that day or the next day and said, I need to stop. But the thing is, the whole thing took a few days to come clean to her fully because I was not ready to commit. I told her it was probably from years of drinking most days. The thing is, my wife didn't know how much I was actually drinking. She didn't know I started late in the morning and kept drinking late into the night. My wife did ask me though if I was an alcoholic, or if I at least I if I thought I was an alcoholic. I believe I said my drinking by most definitions was probably that of an alcoholic, something like that. Something non-committal again, but also kind of actually admitting it. I could tell she was worried. As I stewed in this stuff and finally talked to her about how I was drinking during the day and stuff, which she had to bring up, it just kind of sort of came pouring out of me. I told her I was drinking all day and all night. As soon as I said that, I knew it was definitely over. My wife had no idea how much I drank. I could tell she felt stupid. She wasn't and isn't stupid, of course. That's just sadly part of it all. I'm just really good at hiding my alcoholism because I'm an alcoholic. After her tears subsided, she lended her full support. I told my wife I would tell my doctors. I set up an appointment a few days later and told my PCP everything. He set me up with additional tests and a scan of my liver, which I would later find out my liver is absolutely not in great shape, but it is manageable. So I just really need to stop drinking and get healthy. He also set me up with an addiction specialist. He told me that I would be medically advised to go to detox at the very least because of how much I was drinking. I asked about doing it myself, and he strongly advised against it because alcohol is one of the few things, alcohol and benzos, that you can die from withdrawals. You can have seizures, you can die. It's very dangerous. I told him I would talk to my wife and set it up. So, next episode is about leading up to detox, which I did do. But first, I want to tell you that I also came clean to my family, my close friends, and my psychiatrist, and pretty much everyone close to me in my life. And I'm one of the lucky ones where I had full support around me. My wife has been my ally and partner in this entire sober journey so far, and I couldn't be more grateful. I could not do this without her. As I've stated before, if you do not have this type of support, please reach out to support groups. If you do not know where to find them, ask your doctors, ask your detox rehab centers, use Google, do whatever you can to find support. It is so hard to do journeys like this alone. I'm sure it can be done and it will be done again alone, but I imagine it is much more difficult. So yeah, find your support groups and get support as you get sober. Come back next week as I lead up to detox. If you like today's music, you can check out my project Snowmelt, 2 words. And yeah, give it a listen. Give it a listen. But yeah, so come back next week for leading up to detox.